Melbourne Knights hosted Oakleigh Cannons on Tuesday night in a round 3 catch-up fixture as the club looked to retake the league's top spot. Any points accrued would see the Knights surge back to the top of the table ahead of next Saturday's big Melbourne derby with South Melbourne. To Team News, and with head coach Andrew Marth unavailable, assistant coach Frank Juric was at the helm and made 2 changes to the previous squad. A late withdrawal from Josh Brekalo through illness meant Ivan Grgic was promoted to the starting 11, as was Anthony Colosimo, with Alex Deo making way for the midfielder. For Oakleigh Cannons, head coach Miron Bleiberg made 3 changes to his side that defeated Avondale FC last Saturday. Steve Pantelides and Tremaine Sadler were dropped from the squad entirely, while Jake McLean was demoted to the bench. Those positions were filled by George Kremidis, Lambros Honos and Chris Kiusis. Oakleigh's men got the contest underway as they looked to do better than their last performance at this venue, where they threw away last year's league title. The first moment of note from the contest was a half chance from the Knights, with a dangerous cross from Andrijašević just failing to connect with Barisic. Up the other end, and Oakleigh put a set piece on target. There were plenty of chances early on, but Dusan Bosniak's effort in the 10th minute wasn't one of the best, with his strike going well over the bar. Bleiberg's men seemed to find space in attacks that came through that left wing, but like the earlier chance, the 11th minute hit was also wayward. 16 minutes in, and the Knights had 2 of what was then their best chances. Adrian Delmonico had a header cleared off the line, but for a thunderous effort from Stipo Andrijašević, cannoned off the woodwork to the agony of the home supporters. But that was all forgotten after the subsequent corner, when the Knights took the lead. A floated ball from Adrian Zara eventually found Tomislav Uskok, who bundled the ball over the line for his 4th goal of the season. On the 28-minute mark, it was Oakleigh's turn to have a chance cleared off the line, with Anthony Colosimo showing the importance of having a defender on the post. Minutes later, and John Black put a powerful free kick straight at Chris May. Oakleigh pushed hard for an equaliser in the minutes after going behind, and went close in the 36th minute. A turnover from Zara sparked a Cannons counter-attack, with Goran Zoric eventually putting a poor effort past the wrong side of the far post, which was the last real chance before the half-time break. After heading into the interval a goal down, Bleiberg decided to bring on Liam Boland for the second period, which almost made an instant impact, with the striker putting an albeit tame effort on target. But despite all their chances, Oakleigh ended up finding themselves 2 goals down early inside the second half. After regaining possession, Stipo Andrijašević whipped in a dangerous cross for Tomislav Uskok, who outjumped the Cannons goalkeeper before laying off for Andrew Barisic to strike. That goal puts Barisic back on par with Uskok as the club's leading goalscorer, with both players sharing the title with 4 goals each. The second goal didn't seem to deter Oakleigh in their search for a goal, although their accuracy was still lacking, as was shown in the 56th minute with Jake McLean's off-target strike. On the hour mark, and momentum started to swing back the way of the home side, with a quick counter-attack almost providing a goal. After thinking he may have been offside, Andrijašević broke through in the wing before placing a ball in the box that eventually fell to Batišić, but the striker's volley went over the bar. Seconds later, and Andrijašević could have had one of the goals of the season when a strike from 50 yards out almost caught Oakleigh custodian John Honos off guard. The Knights' onslaught continued in the minutes that followed, with James McGarry and Adrian Delmonico linking up to create an opportunity. Delmonico's cutback found McGarry, but the slightest of touches from Adam Lecornu deflected the ball wide. Delmonico had a series of crosses that were dangerous throughout the match, including his ball into the area in the 68th minute, which picked out Zara, but like Batišić, his volley also sailed over the bar. But despite their dominance, the Knights had their lead halved in the 72nd minute when substitute Liam Boland grabbed Oakleigh's first goal of the night. "15 minutes out from the end, and Uskok played through Batišić, but the forward's shot on the turn was straight at Honos. Seconds after that save, and it was Honos' counterpart that was forced into action, with Chris May smothering Boland to maintain the club's one-goal lead. From the corner that followed, May was called upon again, producing an equally impressive parry to deny Aaron Wilford's powerful header. But May's efforts to keep out Oakleigh's late surge ended up being in vain, with Bleiberg's men completing their turnaround from a 2-goal deficit in the 80th minute. A ball out wide and then a cross from the recently injured Ben Clark was met by a header from Boland again, with the half-time substitute bagging a brace to transform his club's fortunes. The Knights almost responded immediately in the 82nd minute, when another good Delmonico ball into the box picked out Uskok, whose precise header required a world-class save from Honos to keep the scores level. With the game nearing its close, Oakleigh went in search of a winner and weren't too far away in the 87th minute when Ross Honos' strike sailed wide. They did go even closer in the penultimate minute of regular time when Anthony Colosimo cleared another effort off the line, this time denying Boland his hat-trick. So 2-2 it finished, with the away side probably the more satisfied after the Knights led by a 2-goal margin with 20 minutes to go. The point does mean that the home side returned to the top of the table, but only by 1 point, and with a huge fixture next Saturday against South Melbourne coming up. Speaking to Knights TV after the draw, midfielder Ben Suri conceded that it was 2 points surrendered on the night.
All right, Benny, I guess they would probably be more pleased with that result than us. A draw, points shared. What's your evaluation of the performance?
Yeah, I'm sure they will be, especially 2-0 up. and obviously at home, it's obviously 3 points thrown away, or 2 points thrown away really. We're cruising and then let them back into the game.
I guess it's a bit raw after a performance, but are you able to pinpoint what went wrong at this early stage after the game?
Just a couple of basic errors really for the goals. Probably let them have too much time on the ball, sort of further up the pitch. As we got maybe tired and a bit more stretched, but just basic errors really. Two individual or sort of defensive errors. A bit like last week, to be honest, and made just too many basic errors for their goals.
What do you make of Oakleigh tonight?
They've got good players. They're always going to be a threat if you give them time on the ball and let them play. Then obviously they'll hurt you. And I think they got their first win the other day, so they were going to come out, with a bit more confidence. So yeah, they're always going to be a dangerous team.
Heading into the break with the lead, what was the chat at half time, and what was the mood in the camp as we went into the break?
Probably that it still wasn't. We still hadn't really played very well. Just could still play a lot better than what we had first half, but it should have been easier. Second half with the wind, and to be honest, it was easier. But we gave them 2 goals. Once we scored our second, we were playing much better, and it's hard to get out against the wind. But we still want to improve. We didn't play very well last Thursday, and we didn't play very well tonight, to be honest.
Moving away from this fixture, a massive game coming up on the weekend against South Melbourne. Your thoughts on taking on South?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Haven't really seen them this year or heard much about them, to be honest. But I'm sure the coaching staff will do the homework, and we'll start thinking about that game from now on. To be honest, probably need to put this behind us a little bit. We'll probably have a chat on next training session and look forward to the South game. Always a big game, and always one to look forward to.